weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
The thing is, if it doesn't get full, back down. She just said, it's an Alan shirt. It's got, it's a
Welcome to Troopers Travels. I've not been out for a bit, have I? So I've, as you can see, with train station, I've come down to Newmills to have a look at this Millennium walkway and look at the few ruins of these mills and maybe get a pint while I'm over there as well and just go around town generally. But I'll just spin it round and let you see what it's like from where I am. I've just come down from that cafe thing up there, really cheap as well, but I'll put that information on in a minute. So as you can see, it's a bit steep. These are like a step. There's a ramp other side at the train station, but I've decided to come down this way. How lovely is that? But we'll get down and we'll explore it a bit more and see what bit of history I can tell you about the place. Been before, but never filmed it. But how beautiful is that? And a lovely day, and also I've dropped on again, haven't I? Right, let's get down at bottom. That's the Torvale Mill. It's got a tap in there for a bar, but unfortunately you can't get to the ruins on that side of it. I've asked them, don't allow people. But how nice is that? Really nice, isn't it? Torvale Mill. A big complex, isn't it? That's as far as I can get with ruins at that side of it, but I think it used to come over this side, to be fair. Quite big, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 5 stories. And a big chimney that would have been for a steam engine. At some stage before. Well, that would have to water. Very tranquil if you come and visit it anyway. But this is the beginning of the Millennium Walkway. Let's have a look at this then, because we've not seen it properly, have we? So, Millennium Walkway was built prior to the Millennium year, 1999. It was made possible to walk through an elevator 160 metres. What actually, it's like an embankment for railway up there. And it's a 160 metre long cantilevered shape, sometimes known as a spider's web. Designed by an engineer called Stan Brewster, who was tragically killed in the London bombings of July 2000 and 2005. So 6 years after, they were killed with him in London bombings. Very nice though, and I've dropped on weather anyway, to be fair. But you'll see in a minute what I meant about that other ruin what you can't get to. Lots of people walking here as well, if I'm honest. It's quite a the tourist spot in it. But as you can see, that's raised wall there against railway embankment tunnels up there. You see all them little platforms all lit up, and that's the weir. Very nice. I might take some pictures when I get opportunity. We'll go across it now then. Oh, a duck. See that duck? Anyway, that's the weir, so that controls the power. And there's another outlet there, can you see that? I hope I'm getting that, I can't really see it because it's sunny. There's an outlet there, so it's another thing for water. A big Canadian goose on it. And that's your mill. We'll explore a bit. That were an old mill and all. I'll give you a bit more information about that. And just some information board there for you. So this is what remains of the rock mill. As you can see there, it says rock mill. It was a large multi-purpose mill that did individual various uses. Cotton production, calico printing and paper making. Demolition in the 1880s. So all what remains is the walls. While we're here, we might as well have a look at ruins. See, it's sluice there, look. That's the sluice what used to get the wet water into it. Quite impressive, isn't it? Industrial revolution, eh? So this is where the water used to rush. If you look down here, you can see archway. Let's have a look. So this is the tail race. You can see that. It's now filled in, but that's what used to power the mill. But that Millennium Walkway is quite impressive. And that's like built up rock face, isn't it? And that's where they do the rock climbing. Famous for the rock climbing on here. Wonder if there's anybody up there today. A couple of kids up there, but I don't know if they'll be seeing. Quite steep, isn't it? And the viaducts, which I'll tell you a bit more information about shortly. The Torres Park, this I think, it's called now this. Nice though, isn't it? Plenty to see, and it's free. And that's the steam engine chimney. I think we can see out in here. Now, it's all filled in, unfortunately. Oh. So that was part of that mill, which is down there, the ruin. Initially I think it burnt down, Tor Mill, and then they rebuilt a new mill, and then they changed to steam, which is a steam engine. But that's relics, what's left of it. We'll have a look round here. Reminder, it's up at Schofield's Mill, but the Schofields Road, so they must have built this Union Bridge from land what he had. Must have took some building, that. That is your Torres Hydro for Archimedes screw, and that started creating electricity about September 2008, and they sell it onto National Grid like. Right, I think it's snap time, we'll move on. This is the double-decker bridge, that's what they call it. It's got two odds at top and two at bottom. The lower tier and buttresses were inserted in 1888 to strengthen this bridge. That's a road bridge. On the other side of there is the actual viaduct which takes the train to Manchester to Buxton line. But just have a look at this, because this is like a part of an old mill. I think it's Leeds Mill, I think. We'll have a look. Some type of mechanism for to control the river. all little bridges, so there must have been little inlets here. But if you look at that, oh. So that's where the water used to flow to a mill, which was Leeds Mill. So Union Bridge then, that was built in 1884, it opened in June 7th, 1884. They obtained land and demolition top all with 10,000 tonnes of stone, most of it from nearby local quarries, at a cost of £4,400. It's 180 foot long and 94 feet high. Massive, innit? Square holes near the top, at arches. If I can see them, I can fill them in now. That were used during construction to hold timbers to support arches. I can't see Marnie, that I can. Yeah, that's where timbers were. You see holes, square holes. I'm looking on the outside. Let's go into here. Yeah, you can see them, just zooming on it. Well, that was supported arches with timber when they were building it, and they're still there. Like a quarry, and there's loads of people climbing up there. I wouldn't like to think I was doing that, to be fair. Not now. I used to when the kids were our age. But it's very nice. If you ever get a chance to come, it's free, innit? So if you know me, I'm a freebie on it. But yeah, onwards and upwards. So the question is, why is it called New Mills, this area? Well, New Mills dates back from 14th century. It was built on the site of a current mill called Salem's Mill. The small community grew, and then by the 16th century the name spelled New Mill. And by 1775 it was classed as New Mills. That's how it's got its name. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that little bit of a snippet. It's just been a bit of flying visit. I'm going to get something to eat. It's out in village. Then I'll let you know. But don't forget, if you've not subscribed, subscribe. It's free. But I've enjoyed that, and weather's been fantastic. So get some fish and chips, and then we'll see if there's out in town. But well worth a visit.